Alright guys, let's roll 101 here once again. This time I'm doing something a little bit different. A retro movie review. It's going to be horror based. It's going to be on The Gate, as you can see. Can you see? Yeah. You can see the horror poster right there of The Gate. Stephen Dorff starred it. Stephen Dorff's first movie debut. He was a little kid, this man. It's crazy. Stephen Dorff at the young. He's still rude as ever in that movie. Still rude. Everyone knows Frostbite being in Blade. The first Blade. Frost. But yeah, this movie's a classic, man. Anyone's had a great childhood like I have knows about this movie. The Gate is a classic, yo. 1987. Let's go. I haven't seen any kind of 80s horror. I'm an 80s horror freak, man. I'm a nut for this 80s horror. 80s horror is my era for horror movies. 80s and the early 90s. Oh my god. Horror was peaked out. But I like black and white too, but 80s was my kind of era for horror movies. My favorite. And yeah, remember to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. Like this video, share, subscribe. Let's get it out of the way now before I get into this. Yeah, put in the comments down below. Tell me you guys think of this movie as well, because I'm sure fans who've seen this movie and want to talk about it. Put in the comments down below if you want to talk about this movie, man. Oh, because it's so good, so good. It's like most horror movies don't do okay. It does okay when it comes out, but it does better later on down the line. Turns to like a cult classic, as you've heard most before, the cult classic term, where it gains like masters a lot of fans later on down the line. After it releases, after it's done in the cinema, gains more fans. But yeah, let's get into this plot right now. Plus, a lot of people who see this movie are people you see now. So I love watching like old retro horror movies because you see how they started out and how they are now, how they progressed in terms of like career-wise, which is I like to see. That's pretty interesting to me. If you see me looking down a bit, I'm looking at notes and stuff like of where I've written down certain plot points that I need to talk about. I saw it yesterday as well, but I was like mega tired from work. So some bits I might forget, so bear with me. So I wrote some bullet points down here. So yeah, let's get into this. So basically, the movie starts out with Glenn, aka Stephen Dorff, having a nightmare of like him going into a tree house. He's like a little doll in the tree house, and all of a sudden the tree house just starts shaking, and like a lightning strike hits the tree house and basically turns it to pieces and collapses. And then he wakes up. And then the next day, he finds out that in the backyard, workers have cut down the same tree. So basically, workers have cut down the same tree they had a dream about in his backyard, and there's like a massive hole. Bit ill as well, guys. Sorry, bit ill. But there's like a massive hole in the ground, and basically he sees like a massive space rock in the ground. And he's like, "What the heck is this? It's all sparkling and things are shining, it's all purple looking." So basically, it's shining, and he sees it. So Glenn calls his friend over. So then they investigate the rock. So they just look at the rock and they bring it into the house. For some reason, why would you bring that into the house? I don't know. It looks like from another planet. Why would you bring that in your house? Even at that age, I would know that there's going to be problems later on down the line to bring that into the house. Yeah, but kids those days. Yeah. So basically, workers attempted to fill the hole. Glenn and Terry dig it up. Then they just bring it into the house. Basically, Glenn gets cut. It's like a splinter on his hand. So basically, he leaves blood dripping down the hole. So this is a bit of the, yeah, anything to do with blood, you know, something's gonna go down. Anyone see any kind of witch movies, any kind of horror movies in general? No, anything to do with blood, no, something's gonna go down. You have a massive space rock too. No good combination. But yeah. So basically, Glenn's parents leave the house to his big sister. She's called Alexandra, but Glenn Stephen Dorff always calls her Al. Goes, Al, Al, just to annoy her, because you know the brothers love to annoy their big sisters. Even though I'm the big brother and I've got a little sister, but little sister annoys me, so I know how that feels. So yeah, so basically the parents leave her 16-year-old daughter to be in charge of a house and expect not to be any kind of parties. Anyone? Yeah. So yeah, so basically they're like, no parties, no parties. So I'm like, what the heck? Okay, there's obviously going to be a party, so there's a massive party. Sister brings all her friends to the house, but she didn't know how much people her friends were going to bring to the house. So then her sister So the sister brought her friends, and their friends brought their friends. So there's a massive party. So then they play like a levitation game. One of the sister's friends brings says, "Oh, I can levitate these people. Oh, you need a lot of focus, stuff like that." So then Stephen Dorff runs across the room, and then they call him. The friends, these random people call him and goes, "Oh yeah, we can levitate him because he's like a midget. He's like a little kid. We can levitate him." So then they play a levitation game. They levitate him. All of a sudden, he starts levitating by himself. So everyone's looking around like, "What the heck is going on?" The guys actually started levitating. Because before this, because I forgot. Because before Glenn got levitated, Stephen Dorff's reading like an incantation. So I show if I'm switching names with a lot because Stephen Dorff is Glenn. So Glenn is basically reading an incantation with Terry, his friend, his best friend. So they're reading this. If you know anything to do with like evil, like anyone seen Evil Dead knows what I'm talking about. So if you read like an incantation, evil comes. You summon evil. As soon as you read that word aloud, you've summoned it. It's activated. You've activated it. Activate the curse. So that's happened now. So he started to levitate. Now he's got abilities. Then he starts crying and runs off. He's like, "No!" He runs off. He's gone. Then they all start laughing at him. And the sister goes to see what's going on. So he wants to get his mum and dad back. The sister's like, "You ain't ringing them. You are not ringing mum and dad. That's not happening. I want more parties. I want to throw more parties. I want to have more fun." So she's cut off Glenn because he was about to phone him. Then she just turned the phone. Like, "Yeah, go to bed." I say, "Yeah, what's next?" So basically, the big sister said, "Okay, if you're scared, your friend can stay over." So basically, Alexandra gets Terry to stay over with Glenn. Basically, they're sleeping in the same room, just basically keep him quiet whilst the sister can do what the heck she wants. So then Terry, Glenn's friend, has a vision of his dead mum, and he runs downstairs, hugs the mum, and then all of a sudden, they hear Glenn and Alexandra hear Terry screaming. They're like, "What the heck is going on?" And he goes, "Ah!" Terry screaming. And he's hugging the dog. The dog's dead. So there, Glenn's dog is dead. Angus, he's dead. And all of a sudden, Terry goes to his house. He reads like a heavy metal. He's a heavy metal fan. He's got like all these pentagrams and stuff on his back. He's got pentagrams in his room. He's got heavy metal artists in his room, on his wall, posters everywhere. So he's reading like this album cover. He's reading it, and he's got special lyrics on it. It's like from a dark book. It's basically from this devil book, and he's reading it, and he sees like these old gods on top of the cover of these albums he's got, and he concludes that it's like a sacrifice thing going on. So he's supposed to close this gate. So basically, he has like a plan of like something because he knows something bad's happening. So basically, he believes the Glenn's backyard is a gateway to a domain of evil gods. So they're like, "What are you talking about?" So Glenn believes it as well, obviously because of what's happening in the house. He's levitating. Terry's hugging dogs. You know what the heck's going on? Even though it's even the dog, they thought it was his dead mum. So basically, they do a sacrifice of the sacrifice over the hole. No, not sacrifice. A chant over the hole, using the lyrics cover. And they think they close the hole because all of a sudden they go back to the hole, and they cover the hole and they did the chant over it. But yet they moved the thing and the hole was covered up. But little did they know, the sister's friend, this guy that the sister really likes, this guy basically carried the dog, the dead dog, put it in the hole, covered it up. But they thought they covered it up with the chant. They thought the hole magically closed by itself. That didn't happen. So that didn't work. So that night, the next night, Glenn's room basically gets swarmed with moths. And demonic arms just start attacking them. Attacking Terry, Glenn, and Alexandra. They get attacked. Then so chaos just happens in the house. It's just madness. So basically, after he returns to the house, Al volunteers to inspect the yard, but obviously it's one with small demons and call her back. Terry leads everyone to the basement to retrieve the dark book, but it bursts into flames. When they attempt to stop the creatures by reading the Bible, so they read the Bible now, and I love this scene. Anything to do with the Bible, I love the religious Bible. I'm a Christian guy, but Yeah, I'm a Christian. I watch horror movies. Yeah, yeah. What? Say so. A lot of people go, I'm Christian. You're a Christian, right? So why do you watch horror movies? I'm like, I like good TV as much as the next person. Come on now, I'm not any different than anybody else. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Terry starts reading from Psalm 59, and the hole begins to close. But he slips and falls into the hole. Terry is attacked by small demons before Al and Glenn pull him out. Terry reads from Genesis, but the thing is, he starts reading, but immediately loses the page. He goes, he just goes, forget it. He throws the entire Bible down there in the hole because they don't like it because they're demonic looking creatures. They don't like the Bible, so their Bibles threw the whole Bible down there into the pit, and then a massive explosion happens, and the hole closes up. So they think that's it. They think, okay, we've won, we've stopped the demons, we're the champions. God backed us, we won. So they think it's over. They're all celebrating. But that night, a wall breaks open and the construction worker's corpse falls through. So remember, because Terry told Glenn a story back earlier in the movie that the construction worker died while trying to dig up where that hole was, where the space rock was, and they buried him in the walls. So that was the plot. But Terry thought it was a myth. That was a myth that was going around. That little rumor going around that there was a body in their house, that Glenn's house. But the worker basically came to life out of the wall, was mad, and dragged Terry into the wall. Then all of a sudden the wall seals up behind him, and Al notices a hazy image of the construction worker in a mirror before Ben bursts into her bedroom. Al throws Terry at the construction worker and he disintegrates into dozens of little demons. Al holds the bedroom door shut while Glenn races downstairs to find the father's gun. A demonic version of Terry appears, but basically Terry, some demonic version of Terry, comes out the closet and just starts biting Glenn, Stephen Dorff, in the hand, like just randomly bites him. And Al just stabs Terry around the eye, like ow. And Terry runs off. And then Al and Glenn just hide in the closet, but the construction worker breaks through and drags Al away. So Alexandra's gone now as well. So Alexandra and Terry's gone. They got sucked away by the demons. They dragged away. So Glenn's on his ones. He's by himself. This basically initiates the last phase of the movie. But Glenn's just by himself, by trying to close the gate himself. So all of a sudden, this massive creature just comes out of nowhere. This massive creature, this H.P. Lovecraftian, massive Chitalu, alien-looking creature comes out of the ground, and basically the creature just grabs him by the hand, holds him up like this, just arm up, holds him up, and just like pats him on the head. This massive creature just pats him on the head, like a massive, those mini creatures, but it's like a massive version of it with arms, like Goro from Mortal Kombat arms, come out the sides, grabs him, just basically brands him with like an eye, third eye in his hand, basically the eye right there. So then Glenn's like, heck no, I can't have this, I'll be branded like this, heck no. And he looks outside, and he sees basically hell on earth's about to happen. These old gods about to be released upon the earth. So he stabs the eye. The monster's like, I gave you a gift. So he gets ticked off, grabs Stephen Dorff by his leg up like this, about 100 feet in the air. And then Glenn got this massive rocket that he was building from before, that he was about to set off from before. But he couldn't actually unleash it without supervision. And he unleashed the rocket right into his chest, goes, happy birthday. And it goes right into the monster's belly, just blows up. Blows up. And then basically that's how the movie ends. Alexandra comes back, Terry comes back, the dog comes back. Of all things, the dog comes back too. So then the movie ends with them just sitting on the porch outside the house, on the porch, just like, how am I going to explain this to our parents? And that's basically how it ends. And bro, this was a good movie, yo. This was a great movie. So good. It was so good. Oh my god. I can tell you, man, it's a classic. Anyone who's not seen this movie, watch The Gate. I'm ill right now, but I still want to watch. I still would watch The Gate again and again. It's one of those movies you can watch anytime you want, during the day, anytime, during the day, night, midday, doesn't matter. The Gate is a classic. Kids can watch it. Adults can watch it. Teenagers, whatever. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Retro movie. I gotta do more of these retro movies, man. This felt so good doing this because a lot of these modern movies, but these old movies are so good, man. These classic movies are so good. I'm gonna start doing this retro stuff as well, like a lot of other YouTubers do. I'm gonna start doing some more retro movies. Get back and watch some old classics. Get back into it. So yeah, remember to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. But I might take off Patreon for a bit until I get more subscribers. Because someone told me it's no point having a Patreon if you haven't got enough subscribers to. So yeah, I might. So basically, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, okay. I might leave it there then. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and share this video. Share this video, guys. I want more people to watch The Gate as well and watch my reviews. Subscribe to me. Come on, guys. The Gate is so good. Go back and watch it as well. Stephen Dorff's movie debut. Come on now. Yeah. Go back and watch some 80s horror movies, man. Some classics, man. Sci-fi, whatever the heck you want to watch. Horror, sci-fi, 80s. That's where it's at, man. So yeah, I'm out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you guys like The Gate, you didn't like The Gate, or like my review, didn't like my review, just put it down below. Give me some constructive criticism, or give me some praise, whatever you want to do. Yeah, Legend 101 out. Legend 101 out of here. Peace.